In 1761, a Rebloxan called Martin Newfashire founded the BRD, Block's Rain Dimension. They would target countries around planet roadblocks and start wars. They was in Rebloxshire around the northwest of town in a big building filled with ships, horses, guns, rockets and more. Martin Newfashire was happy about the BRD and made an advertisement around August 1761, telling Rebloxans to join the BRD to save the world. They had around 100,000 employees and workers loading guns, fixing them and etc. Then, in 1772, the BRD started a war on Kent because they tried to invade Rebloxshire and destroy it. BRD won the war and Kent was defeated. Then in 1793, another war happened with Westminster trying to make it a town of their own. The BRD immediately got notified by one of its employees and they went to war. Bombs were fired and towns were destroyed here and there. BRD won again and celebrated by having a 1793 dance party. Then in 1804, the BRD had over 1,500,000 employees saving the world and winning wars everywhere, even people from out of town joined. But then in 1808, Martin Newfashire was assassinated by Yusuf Tomchi. Kinney Einsteinian was the new manager of BRD and made another advertisement in 1812 requesting people they should join the BRD. Fast forward to the year 1845. Kinney Einsteinian had passed away due to a forever ban. People didn't know what to do until the 17th of October 1891. They made an election about who should be the new manager of the BRD. A Rebloxan called Weston Quirk was the new manager and won the election. He ran the BRD from 1891 to 1911. Then in 1914, the start of Block's War I, BRD immediately went to war. Soldiers was everywhere around town and people went into lockdown, due to the upgrades within the years from 1861 to 1914. BRD was packed and loaded. BRD sadly didn't win the war and Rebloxshire went into silence in 1918 to the soldiers who died. In 1926, the BRD had another election about managers. Edward Newfashire won the election this time and ran the BRD from 1926 to 1938. Fun fact, Edward Newfashire is Martin Newfashire's great-grandson. By 1938, BRD had over 10 million employees and had over 10,000 ships. In 1939, the start of Block's War II. BRD had been going immediately at home, the fought for Rebloxshire until 1945 when India surrendered and BRD won, making it the biggest win in history since the year 1793. In 1957, BRD had a whole base going along the northwest part of town and had over 800,000 square miles of building. In 1961, the BRD had celebrated 200 years of serving for the town and its people. By 1965, the BRD had over 25 million employees and 60,000 ships. In 1972, BRD went to war with MRD, a different army that looked the same but copied the BRD. BRD won and MRD had to be wiped out of history. In 1979, BRD had another election in 41 years. This time Thomas Widdowson won this election and was the manager of the BRD from 1979 to 1990. By 1984, BRD had over 50 million employees and 100,000 ships. In 1988, BRD had a war with the Time government. BRD won again and the Time government had to be gone. In 1990, Thomas Widdowson was banned from the BRD for being too strict to soldiers and workers. They complained for the whole 11 years of him being the manager. In 1992, the BRD had over 75 million employees and over 150,000 ships. By 1995, another election was made. Julian Unstad won the election and was the manager of the BRD from 1995 to 2002. In 1997, BRD went to war with Kilo United, an army from the other side of the planet. They fought until the 13th of March, 1999. On the 1st of January 2000, BRD had a Millennium Party for everyone to come, even though they weren't even soldiers. By 2001, BRD had over 100 million soldiers and over 500,000 ships. On the 14th of May 2002, Julian Unstad had quit being the manager of the BRD. Months later on 18th November 2002, another election was made and that year, Karan Onin had won the election. He ran the BRD from 2002 to 2008. In 2005, BRD was at war with the Millennium Team, a team based of the year 2000 that had happened 5 years ago. BRD won yet again and they had a lot of winnings over the years from the 1760s to the 2000s. In 2007, BRD had over 120 million employees and over 1 million ships. That is a lot over the years compared to the 1800s and the 1900s. In 2008, Karan quit like Julian and had another election on the 12th of July 2009. That year, Aaron Kingston had won and was the manager of the BRD from 2009 to 2013. By 2011, BRD had won over 100 wars and was starting to get a bit old. In 2012, BRD had its 156th war and this time it got defeated. BRD was a bit upset and stayed silent like what they did back in 1918. By 2013, Aaron was banned forever and a new election started on the 24th of September, 2014. That time, Ronaldo Hollywood was the new manager of the BRD from 2014 to 2019. No wars had started throughout the years and it was a little bit strange. By 2017, BRD was the largest army on the whole planet with over a huge increase of around 880 million soldiers because of the no wars and have now over 1 billion soldiers. In 2019, Ronaldo quit and a new election started on the 2nd of April, 2020. That year, Matt Jones had been the new manager from 2020 to 2022 present day.